Hey there, fellow tarnished, both foul and fair. There's another episode of the playthrough of Elden Ring with Stubbs the Wizard. That's me. I'm your host with the most. And you can leave in the comments what you think I have the most of. Be creative. That's all I ask. Take that, lady. Anywho, the idea behind this character I'm playing, he's a stealth wizard. He's got stealthy armor and everything. But let's take a look here. He can only use the night spells for damage. This is inspired by Heart of Halidust, and so he's been with my channel a long time. And he said he just finished his new game +7 with this kind of character, and he kind of regrets that he can't go back. And I guess you can start over, do it all over again, start a new game plus. But anyway, this is my first new game plus, and this is my original character I played with in the very first playthrough. That took me hours and hours because it's blind, and I keep finding new stuff things I get in every playthrough, but I didn't get in this first one because I didn't really know it was there. It's kind of fun. Anyway, that's the idea behind him. He can't use melee, just those. And then, in terms of equipment, the dual wield staves of loss. That is that increases the damage output for those spells for 69%, which is pretty outstanding. And then these are not used for melee; they're just used in various circumstances. This is the black knife armor. It looks stealthy, it looks nice. It's pretty cool. I think it does add stealth. These are my talismans to increase magic usage. Alright, so let's get after it. I think for giggles, I don't know that I need these guys, but I'm just going to summon them because I don't know, for fun. Now you might say, hey, you're not supposed to do melee, use it in melee. Not so. And that's just because I don't define criticals as melee. Honestly, it's just because I like to do critical hits. I mean, how cool is that? Get off my cliff. Alright, thanks. Briars of Punishment. And, so my buddy, I'm not great. He mentioned that the way he would rationalize it is that melee is a back and forth. This is more of an assassination, so it's allowed. And I'll go with that. That's good. That's good as any explanation. Although we all know the truth that I just really like oh shoot. No, I really like critical hits. Hey boys, thanks. Alright. Guess that's everything. So we're gonna cross this. So I mentioned in my last playthrough, I had, which went a little long actually, because I cleared the giant. Oops, let's get these. I cleared the giant's catacombs up there, and it was a ulcerated tree spirit. And I said something that could have been misconstrued. It had to do with the last shot hit it. That just killed Torrent. The last shot killed the tree serpent. Oh my gosh! The obliterated tree spirit. Hit in the mouth. I not really meaning to sound off color. I said something about, oh, that last shot hit you in the mouth. I realized, oh, that didn't sound right. So, but it made me think of something that happened this week with Wheel of Fortune, believe it or not. The guy was trying to solve a puzzle. And this guy now has made like national news and everything. Because when he went to solve the puzzle, the actual solution to the puzzle is this is the best. And so when he went to solve the puzzle with the letters that were there, he all excited, he said his solution for Pat Sajak was right in the butt. Right in the butt, he says. And what's funny is the lady. So here's the guy on the left-hand side. The right-hand side, there's a lady. Her reaction was so funny. She says, "What?" Oh man, that was so funny. Right in the butt. And then she says, "What?" And then the other lady saw the lady in the middle. People get destroyed over there for some reason. And then the lady saw that says, "This is the best." And so the funny thing is, if you weren't watching the TV, you would hear a guy say, "Right in the butt." And then a lady say, "What?" Another lady say, "This is the best." Oh, it was pretty funny. Pat Sajak is hilarious too. If you ever have watched Wheel of Fortune, he can get kind of sarcastic and stuff, and it's pretty funny. And I don't really know who. I think that's the bats over there. All right, well, I guess. Oh, there's something else getting killed. So, the guy said that, he just goes, "No." No. Right in the butt. Oh man, it's funny. And over the years, though, there's been some really stupid answers on Wheel of Fortune. Actually, if you look back to a lot of the, I don't know if you call them quiz shows or what, back in even through the 70s, I mean, there's some people that, and I wouldn't call them stupid. I think what happens is they get in front of the cameras and they get flustered, and they say things that are a little untoward, like right in the butt. But like, for instance, there was another lady. This is on the show where you answer a question while your spouse is out, then they come in, and then they see if they got the same answers you did about them. It'd be like, I think it may be called the Newlywed Game. Maybe, I can't remember exactly. But so example would be like the husbands go out. There's three of them, and then there's, of course, the three wives are sitting there, and like maybe the question is, what's your husband's favorite sandwich? Whatever, the woman says, well, bologna, or whatever. Then the guys come back in and they're asked the same question, what's your favorite sandwich? It's like ham or whatever. I'm like, oh. And then there's, like, why would you say that and all this stuff, so pretty fun game, really. Interesting idea, but of course there's times when it's a little bit off, like, so for example, with one of them, my son are watching some of the things that weren't great, and the guy on the Newlywed Game asked the Wisers, like, well, what's this the I don't know how to put it exactly, but maybe what's the strangest uh, place you made whoopee, and the first wife answered, and she says, in the butthole. and of course the host is cracking up like, oh my gosh, and you know and they gotta laugh at it, but what they're looking at is like, for like, well, the kitchen or the pool table or whatever, right? And I don't know, it's just kind of funny. But yeah, we watched a bunch of those bloopers since that guy said right in the butt in Wheel of Fortune. Hi, Millicent. How are you today?
To think we'd meet in such a place.
Yeah, I knew we would.
What could your purpose possibly?
How's your arm?
No. I know well enough who you are. And what I know is good enough for me. Call upon me again, in battle, should you have the need.
Okay. What else you got to say?
Searching for a fort to the north of the ruins.
So am I.
I heard the master of the fort was given a medallion that allowed him to visit the Halig tree. Indeed, I believe that is where Melania will be found.
Really?
The Halig tree is hidden somewhere in these northern lands.
She will be. And I'm going to fight her this time.
I'm searching for a fort to the... I heard the master
Okay.
of
the reason I'm going to fight her is I wanted to experiment with Olga, the knight that shoots the gravity arrows, because I have a theory, which should work out, maybe, that he will be able to flatten Melania, like knock her down. Lieutenant's gonna talk here pretty soon.
Do you hear me? It is I, Lieutenant. We're almost there. Castle Sol lies just off to the north.
Okay.
Where the other medallion is housed.
I'll get you there, don't worry.
Passage to the land of the Halig tree.
I guess I can fight this guy on my horse. Usually I get off my horse. Woo, right between your legs. Uh-oh, I'm out. So when their ankles are cracked, man, his butt looks funny right there. Everybody rewinded to that kill shot, and the way his butt worked looked really funny. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. There's some of the demi-humans. Comet is probably overkill. Standing to beat your chest is what gets you killed, sir. Oh, I just fired that off to nowhere. I could one-shot him, but I couldn't. Alright, let's take on this golem here. I'll just stay on my horse, sure. I was not ready for that. He just killed my horse. I don't know that I appreciate that. He always gets with that move. I misread that maneuver. I'm stuck. There we got him. So with his own 6. Woot. I guess Torrent's back alive. So, also, something that's interesting, if you... some of the game shows from the 70s, just, they're not for the weak of heart, you know? They, you know, I get... The thing is, you shouldn't judge sort of historical things by modern standards, you know? Like if you look at medical science, like if you say, well, they were a bunch of rubes, they did whatever barbaric by today's standards therapy, you gotta understand that that's how they learned and they got better. But you can't say, well, they were just rubes or whatever. So anyway, yeah, there we go. That got the judging people in history based on the mores of your time is not really a good idea. You know, that's not to say there's not things that are absolutely evil, you know. But anyway, but the point is the way that applies to I'm out. The way that applies to the TV shows in the 70s was they had some different ideas about things that were, well, by today's standards, are really strange. Like one of the shows they had, I don't really remember the name of it, but basically the idea was, are you in love with your boss, you know? And they'd have the wives on the show with the secretaries, and they would ask the secretaries things about the boss, and you know, what would the boss say about this? And the Golems halberd. Let me get this thing over here. And some of it, I mean, it was pretty brazen by today's standards, but I mean, that's the 70s, I guess. Like, they allowed it to be on the air, but so in that show they would ask things like, you know, you bought a new dress. What would your boss like most about it? Like you get, like some of the scriptures saying, the way I filled it out. You know, very, very direct, and like you feel a little bad for the wives to get on there, but and it seems like some of the wives probably cared. Remember the last one? I think it actually did get canceled. The last one, that the wife and the, I guess, mistress, they just got in a big argument. Those was like, well, this would probably be the last one, the last show of this. I think it was, but yeah, they had just different standards for what they could air. And you know, I don't like censorship at all. My feeling is that if people want to see it, they'll see it. If they don't like it, they won't watch it, and it'll get canceled. You know, and that's it. You know, let people decide what they can see and hear. Okay, well, I am going to end this up here, but I'm going to head this way while I talk about the Free Time Creators Collective. It's a group of people that do game content, posted on YouTube, different personalities, different games, and we all support each other. It's nice to have the you know, smaller channels kind of support each other, and you know, you watch them grow. It's very, very nifty. And we killed that. And that's the Free Time Creators Collective. I'll put a link to the Discord in the I see you there, brother. I'm not one-shotting him. I gotta remember that. Well, I'll put a link to the Discord in the description. And go over there, visit their channels. I'll put a couple or a few, I don't know, 8, I don't know how many, of the OG channels, links to their channels in the description, along with the Discord link. And go pay them a visit and see what you think, and support them if you would. Show a little bit of love. And that's really the only rule in the Free Time Creators Collective, is just be nice. Doesn't cost you anything. You just, you know, we don't really want meanness. We want positivity. Doesn't mean you agree about every single thing, but you can be positive in your approach. I one-shot that guy. Ouch. Well, stopping to yell is the end of you, brother. Uh-oh. Now you're in trouble. Nice thing about the night spells is that the enemies don't dodge it. It's like they don't see it coming or something. Okay, so I guess if they're not watching me, it hits for more. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And when we start, we'll start here next time, the next episode. I'd appreciate a like on this video, if you would. Subscribe, that's much appreciated. And comments are always appreciated too. I'll answer all of them. I'll read them. I like engagement with everybody. And I appreciate you watching this, and as long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making them. Thanks.